I know this is gonna piss so many people off, but there's a popular saying on the Chinese internet says, even a top tier man is just an average woman.
You guys, the bar is so low that an average woman is way better than a top tier man. A woman that is not trying so hard. She's just herself. She's just good. She's just like average. She's not doing too much. She's just bare minimum. Like she's just bare minimum. She's just there. Okay? She's way better than a top tier man. A man that feels like, I'm the baddest of the baddest. You guys, in today's video, women are talking about how an average man is way better than a top tier man. And that's because the bar is so low. And the fact that when you're in a relationship, they expect more from women than in men. Men don't even try hard. They just exist. Okay? Women try so hard. In fact, you guys, let me show you all these videos. They'll come back here and discuss. And what is your take? Do you think an average woman is way better than a top tier man? Let's have conversation down in the comment section as usual.
I know this is gonna piss so many people off, but there's a popular saying on the Chinese internet says, even a top tier man is just an average woman. Someone wrote, a man who doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't cheat, doesn't gamble, no criminal records, stable job, cooks, cleans, emotionally stable, respects others, kind to his family. Isn't that kind of a man so rare? But honestly, every one of my female friends meets that standards and more. So yeah, even the best man is just an average woman. Oh my gosh, Shakespeare could never. And it really makes me think of the double standard that society has for men and women, especially when it comes to parenting and marriage. If a man cooks for his wife, takes care of the kids, does the housework, I guarantee 95% of the comment section is gonna say, oh my god, you're such an amazing dad, husband material, best dad ever. I'm sure as a woman, I applaud guys like this. We love seeing guys being nurturing, being involved, we love more of that. But let's be real, isn't that just a mom's regular everyday life? When moms do it, it's never appreciated, it's expected. But when guys do it, it's suddenly you're the best dad of the year. And we see this happens a lot. A woman needs to work twice as hard as a man to get the same position. And a guy can just does the bare minimum and still get praised. So what we need as a society is to raise the standards and stop letting the shitty ones get away with bare minimum. But there's a popular saying on the Chinese internet says, even a top tier man is just an average woman.
And even the worst so-called crazy, horrible, bottom of the barrel woman is just an average dude.
A man who doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't cheat, doesn't gamble, no criminal records, stable job, cooks, cleans, emotionally stable, respects others, kind to his family. Isn't that kind of a man so rare? But honestly, every one of my female friends meets that standards and more.
Guys always jump in my comments talking about, well, there's women who do horrible things out there too. There's bad women who are problematic in relationships too. And I always tell them the same thing. Even the so-called craziest, what y'all motherfuckers say is the worst of the worst. She's crazy. She slashed my tires. If we were to believe that trope that y'all be peddling all over, and she really is a crazy woman who did all this horrible stuff, she cheated on you, da 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 da, I bet you she still made your life better though. I bet you she did. Even the bitch out here who is slashing your tires will still be cooking a good home-cooked meal for you every day. She'll still be making sure that you're going to your job, making sure you go into your doctor's appointments. And even if she's not doing anything, which we know that's not the case, but even if hypothetically speaking, she's not doing anything but ruining your life, she's still making it better just by her mere presence. Because ladies, just our presence gives them an energetic boost. Just our presence gives them a social boost. Just our presence sets them up for financial boosts. There's a reason why a man's street cred goes up if he shows up with a bunch of bitches on his arm. But if a woman showed up with a bunch of men on her arm, what would that... People would call her a whore. So ladies, remember how much value we bring into men's lives and act accordingly. Demand the best, because even our worst is better than their best.
The average woman is equivalent to a top tier man. Let's talk about it, because a woman made that video and I'm seeing a lot of men giving pushback on it. But just a couple of days ago, when I made a video talking about what my standards were, and my standards were simply me finding a man who's equally yoked, a man who offered the same thing that I offer, y'all told me that it's unrealistic, that man would be a unicorn. So hear me out. You can't sit up and tell me that me simply asking for a man who has the same things that I have is a unicorn and it's impossible to find, yet disagree with her when she says that taking a normal average woman and putting it in male form would make him a top tier man. Right? You can't disagree with her, because you're basically agreeing when you tell me that my standard is unrealistic when I'm simply asking for the male equivalent of myself. Right? I'm not asking for him to have anything that I don't have. Yet you say in a man, that's impossible to find. Right? As a woman, it just makes me average. The stuff that I come to the table with just makes me an average woman. But when put into male form, the bar is set so low, his counterpart sucks so bad that it puts him at the top. Right? It makes him a better caliber of man, because the rest of the men he's up against are so terrible that him simply being a man with no kids, a man making decent money, a man who take care of himself, those things make him a top tier man. It makes me an average woman. You can't go back and forth on disagreeing with that and then coming back and telling me that what I want is impossible. It's either one or the other. Either it's impossible to find, or it does make him a top tier man just by being the equivalent of an average woman.
You know that TikTok where a girl was basically explaining how a good man is basically an average woman? And I was like, truer words have never been spoken, because think of it, okay? Think of it. What makes a good man? What makes a good man, okay? He's faithful. He loves you. He doesn't cheat. He's a hard worker. He shows up and takes care of his kids. He does laundry. He does dishes. He cooks. He cleans. What, like every average woman I know. Literally. And what could be more indicative of the fact that you cannot choose your sexual orientation? Because what woman would be like, my chances of getting a man who will literally do everything I'm willing to do, little slim, emotionally intelligent, or at least willing to try and communicate and be emotionally vulnerable. That's a big one, okay? It's like a little slim. So why would any woman choose to be attracted to men when they could choose to have their chances of success of getting all of those things skyrocket? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I did find one of the good ones, and objectively a good one, okay, who doesn't just do all the things and check the boxes, but also has all of the intangibles, right? Like making me feel cherished and everything like that. So there are good guys out there for sure. I'm just saying, the ratios.
Oh, I know I'm about to piss some people off with this. There is a popular Chinese saying that goes, a top tier man is just an average woman. It basically listed all the attributes of what makes a top tier man. He doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't gamble, doesn't cheat, good to his women, respect, emotionally regulated, stable job, cooks and cleans. That is most women in China. Just being dragged. And it really made me think about our society, because we do tend to really praise men that go to work, come home, support their wives, that are involved with their kids, very much present doing these amazing things. We're like, oh my God, we celebrate this man like he is the emperor. But isn't that just the regular role of all women that are showing up for their marriages and their parenting and their jobs? Because we all have to live in a 2-parent working home at this point. Isn't that just the normalcy for the woman? I feel like the Chinese called it out. I don't know. What do you think? Because I mean, that's what I think. I'm like, dragged.
And the best man is just the average woman. And let me explain. Even the small qualities that women have on an innate level are what we express to be the best kind of man. So someone who can express their feelings, someone who is truthful, someone who is honest, someone who doesn't cheat, someone who can cook, someone who can clean, and someone who is maternal, or I guess for a man, someone who is a good father. All of these qualities are just the average woman. And yet us as women, when we see these in men, we think, oh, this is the top tier man, when really those should just be qualities that everyone has. But unfortunately, in the age that we're living in, that is just not the case. Those qualities are so highly sought after that is considered a top tier man, which is so insane to even say out loud. I can't even believe I have to say that. These qualities should not be considered that. Women have these qualities and we don't even have to try. Most of us anyway. So I just want you to keep that in mind when you're thinking that your man is so top tier. Don't you just have those qualities? Aren't those just a female quality that everyone necessarily has? Crazy, right? I heard another creator talking about this and it just really boggled my mind, because I too was thinking a man with all of these qualities is such a top tier man. But it's really just everything we have as women. And I really just want this to show you how special we are as females, as women. How the bare minimum that we give is considered so highly sought after for a man. So the next time that you're upset about that man, just realize all of the qualities that you have, they have to work hard to get, while these innately come to us. Okay? I hope this helps. I love you.
This is gonna piss so many people off, but there's a popular saying on the Chinese internet says, even a top tier man is just the average woman.
The more coping like this I hear, the more sad it sounds. It's like, oh my gosh, we've been oppressed for so many years and told that we're not as good as men, but this way, actually, we're better, right? Like, it genuinely like breaks my heart. Like I've told y'all before, I think men and women are equals, right? But sometimes when you're in an oppressed group, there's this thing that happens in you where it's like you have to convince yourself that actually you're better than the group that was oppressing you rather than just equal. But anyways, let's see if she had any logic to back up this statement.
A man who doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't cheat, doesn't gamble, no criminal record, stable job, cooks, cleans, emotionally stable, respects others, kind to his family, isn't that kind of a man so rare? But honestly, every one of my female friends meets that
All these men are so lame, but my friends, they're just so amazing. My friends are so great. Any man would be lucky to have. Where have we heard that before? And it's like, for one, a lot of that argument undermines the concept of the patriarchy. Like, stable job, emotionally stable. I want you to think of people who have those qualities in life, and is there a big discrepancy there? Respectful, even. Like, is there truly a big discrepancy? And I don't know. I think people oftentimes forget that they approach dating from a different lens as they approach their friendships. So your friends are going to look better to you because you were fixated on their positives rather than any potential negatives because you're not dating them. Because their negatives, them being your friend, doesn't impact you as much as if someone you're dating, their negatives. Which is like kind of like common sense, but of course, like it's like common sense is there and we're all avoiding it, okay?
When someone come and tell you, oh, my man is a good man, like he's actually a good man, ask them, how is your man a good man? Oh, he's very kind, he cares about me, he doesn't cheat, he provides, he thinks about me, or he just, put me first. Sometimes he cooks for me, he just do some surprise and buys me gift. It makes me happy. Okay? Just imagine a woman's going to do that to you even if she's not dating you. Even if you are just a friend, you can get all those treatments from an average woman that is not rich or wealthy or has all the whole world. She's just existing. She's an average man. She's working, of course. She's okay. She's healthy and all of that. She can do all of that. Woman will cook for you just because. She will care for you just because. In fact, if she doesn't know you from nowhere, she's very kind to you. She cares for you. In fact, women put other people first before them. Okay, they don't even want to think about themselves. They want to think about you first. So for you're good, a woman will sort herself out. So if a man is doing that and he feels like he's a very good person or he's a good man and all of that, that's just saying that an average woman is way better than a top tier man. Period. And the thing is, once a man has money, he does not even do anything. Once he has money, he doesn't need to be kind. He doesn't. So far, he has that money already. He's already a top tier man. They already see him as just start giving him extra respect because he has money. And a man has money does not mean that he's a good person. Most of the time, they usually use that money to control the women that they want. They will use the money to control you. A man that has money, and if you're in a relationship with a man that has money and is like all over his money, like he's really wealthy, if he annoys you, instead of him to tell you sorry, he's going to buy you a gift. For his mind, that is how to apologize. That is how to show love and care. A man that has money or put all his whole efforts in working, will not give you that emotional attention that you want. He doesn't care. So far he's working and he has all the whole money. It feels like that is all you need as a woman. And once a man is wealthy and rich and all of that, they don't want to try hard. You see, when a man has money, the kind of respect and the kind of thing that they do is very annoying because they just feel like, oh, because they have money, they can control anything around them. But when the woman has money, is it like that? A woman is expected to be everything when she's in a relationship. Oh, she has to learn how to cook, she has to learn how to please a man, she has to learn how to put a man first, she has to be this, she has to be that, she has to be beautiful. In fact, when your marriage or your relationship is falling apart, they look at you as a woman. You have to learn how to look good, you have to learn how to have smacks. Like a woman have to do so many things. In fact, society put a lot of pressure on women when it comes to relationship. And that's why women, just average women alone. In fact, for you to just be in a relationship with a woman on its own, you're already enjoying. I saw a video of someone say that a man being in a relationship with a woman, they already have this, they kind of siphon women's energy. And even if the woman does not have anything, even if she does not have anything, the fact that her presence exists in that man's life, that alone makes a lot of sense in his life. In fact, the kind of help and the kind of energy women give it to these men, you don't even have to give them money for you to be very valuable to them. Okay, guys, what's your take on this video? Let's have conversation down in the comment section respectfully. As always, Sugar Mary David, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one, guys. Bye.